I am the worst artist in the world. You guys, I have so much art supplies and I never use it because I'm always so busy making slime. So today we need to combine these two things by taking all of my art supplies and putting them into slime. And the last one is actually illegal. Here I have a beautiful memory dough. Is this memory dough or memory butter? Memory butter slime that I'm going to be covering in Puffy 3D paint value packs. It's just this happens to be the value pack. I don't think that's part of the name. But because I don't want to cover this entire bin in my puffy paint, I'm gonna take a big chunk of this out and it's gonna work as my canvas. Here we have a canvas, but the only problem is most canvases are flat. This is not flat yet and we need it to be flat. This makes my arms feel weird. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how that looks. Now let's see what the puffy paint looks like. Part of being an artist is taking inspiration from your everyday life. So things that I've been inspired by lately are water bottles. So I'm going to try to paint a water bottle. This is the cap of the water bottle. This is actually extremely relaxing. Does that look like a water bottle? Comment down below if you guys have ever used puffy paint before, because this stuff is actually super cool. It has to be popular somewhere, but I've never seen it before. But I think that this water bottle is looking a little sad and he kind of needs a personality. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this water bottle a face. I messed it up. We're starting over. I'm rage quitting. Okay, happy water bottle, take two. This sort of reminds me of like those puffy paint markers. Did it again, dude. What the heck? Okay, fine. I'm just turning it into a goth butterfly because it clearly does not want to cooperate with me. That looks horrible. I feel like we're on the verge of something incredible right now, you guys. Like this could be the future of slime making right here. This has so much potential. Let's test out all of the colors. There's no better way to test out all of the colors than making a little rainbow. Yellow. Oh, this yellow looks like mustard. Oh no, this totally just ruined my rainbow. My main problem with these are that when I'm trying to paint and then it just like disperses a huge amount of paint and it's not helpful to me at all. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, blue. So I need to add a couple more things here. I know I want to add a character of some sort. So I think I should try to draw Michael. Pretty sure he had eyes, so let's start there. I don't remember what Michael's eyes like at all. You know what? I bet they look something like that. Wow, just like his eyes. It's like he's here with me right now. Every time I try to make Michael, it turns out kind of looking borderline terrifying, and that seems like it might be happening once again. Yeah, Mikey. Beautiful. Okay, let's move on. Since we already have one of our beautiful Peachybbies characters here, I think it's time for us to draw Bjorn. Now, we all know Bjorn is a little shy, he doesn't talk much, but he's cute, and I think he deserves a little bit of extra recognition today. And now that I have a reference, this is probably gonna turn out looking a lot better. Here is Bjorn. You're looking a little bit pretty. Hope you're okay with that. I can't tell, he doesn't really talk to me. He does not communicate at all. Just really makes me miss Michael because Michael used to talk to me all the time. But I think what we need to do now is mix together the slime and see if it really does color the slime, because that is the ultimate test. If this colors the slime, then I would give it probably a 6 out of 10. If it doesn't color the slime, I'm gonna give it a 4. When I heard the word puffy paint, I kind of assumed you were gonna put it on and it was gonna puff up. I feel like that makes sense that it would do that. It didn't do that. So this is the resulting color from the puffy paint. It's not great. So I'd give this a solid 4 out of 10 because in the moment it was fun. But is it worth it? Yeah, go for it. I don't know. Let's see how the next one is. Now, this art kit is one of the coolest art kits I think I've ever seen because it is a terrarium. A terrarium that you get to make at home by yourself. But what is really cool about a terrarium, if you don't put any slime in it, dude, like it's not really that cool without the slime. It is actually, I take it back, I don't want to hurt your feelings. Terrariums are cool without slime, but what makes everything better? Slime! So we're gonna put slime into our terrarium right now. This is called Grow and Glow Terrarium. Terrarium? Terrarium? Turn this plastic mason style jar into your own little nightmare animal habitat. What? Nighttime. It's your own little nighttime animal habitat. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna make sure that we do not put any of the real seeds in here, but everything that is synthetic, that doesn't have the potential to grow into something, we're gonna use here. So let's look at the ingredients. So it looks like we take out our little jar here. It comes with this adorable, cute little mason jar, which kind of, it looks like what they call a star jar, which we actually made a slime of once at peachybbies.com/shop that restocks every Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I think that this is called a star jar. It says that we put the potting mix at the bottom. That looks like it's about enough. Then I add my glowing sand. Dude, have you ever heard of glowing sand before? That's crazy. One time I was in Tanzania and they had bioluminescent sand, which is crazy. Oh, this is a different kind of glowing sand. So there's two different kinds of the glowing sand that I could add. This in here. Oh no, I messed up. I'm supposed to put the potting soil on top and on bottom of the glowing sand, but I didn't read ahead, but that's okay. I'm just gonna keep moving on and we're gonna hope that it's okay. Next up, we have these little stones. I don't know, just little white stones. They're very cute. So the whole point of this terrarium that you put the seeds in and it grows your little plant, when we're adding slime into the mix, it becomes a different situation. So instead of putting the seeds on the top here and having them grow, I'm gonna go ahead and put my beautiful clear slime into here. And then instead of letting the plants grow, I'm gonna actually plant those seeds outside so they can grow in their natural habitat. And inside of my little enclosed habitat, I'm going to put a bunch of these nature-themed leaves that I found in Charmville. So we have a lavender sprig all the way down. This kind of reminds me of Pearl Diver, one of the slimes we have, because when you get that slime, you get to basically do this exact thing with it. And now it's time to add our adorable little Mr. Raccoon. Of course, his fireplace for his marshmallows. I'm gonna add a couple of these little leaves on top just to give that like super naturalistic feel. Close it off. And one of the most exciting things about this is that it comes with a bunch of stickers. I like this little owl in the tree right here. So we're gonna put him right here. This cute little fox is also adorable. Right here under the tree. This is what I love so much about these little pre-made for you art kits is they're just so relaxing to put together. One moon, and there we go. There we have a slime terrarium, everyone. This is actually so cool. But this is our terrarium slime, and I'd probably give it an 11 out of 10. This was adorable, amazing, and super compatible with slime. Next, I have an entire craft supplies kit. This is everything you could possibly imagine. A little fun fact about this random craft kit I bought. It is made by 5 Minute Crafts, which if you guys have ever seen 5 Minute Crafts, it's kind of a crazy show over there. They've got weird stuff going on. So I'm guessing something in here is gonna be wacky and wild. I don't know. They just have the weirdest life hacks over there and none of them make any sense. Okay, there's no real instructions, obviously, because this is kind of a free-for-all, insane craft kit, but I think we should just look at everything at the same time. We have 2 sewing needles, very stretchy string, a couple googly eyes, some felt money, and bigger popsicle sticks, the kind that they make you open your mouth with at the dentist. I honestly don't want to even work with those. I don't like going to the dentist, and I know you probably don't either. Some pom-poms. Ooh, very cool sequins. I don't know what any of this stuff is called, but it looks cool. And I have 1 bowl of clear slime here that I can do whatever I want with. So I'm not even sure where to start or what to create, but I feel like I remember making houses out of my popsicle sticks as a kid. These kind of have like notches in them. I made a square. You guys know when they make houses near the ocean, they put them on stilts? Well, that's what this house is doing right now. We built a little house, a little skeleton. Did you guys know that the structure of a house is actually called a skeleton? Isn't that creepy and weird? So I think I'm gonna take these little felt blocks. Wow, that was crazy. That was like half of the glue. I'm just gonna put the glue onto the felt itself because it doesn't seem to be working when I'm putting it onto the structure of the house. This is looking okay, but I'm feeling like so many things are going wrong that there may come a time when I might have to pivot away from this house idea, and that's okay. Part of being an incredible artist like me is, I'm just kidding, is being able to work on your feet and pivot. Okay, I'm kind of making a house, but let's add some ambiance to the outside before we start working on the rest of the exterior. So this is a beach house, right? So we're gonna need some beach balls. Let's put a couple around the outside. It's a little over-the-water bungalow, a little getaway. If you go to Bora Bora or somewhere cool, this is exactly what it looks like. Just less colorful and less beautiful. But Bora Bora does have a lot of wildlife and nature. So I have these little flowers. One of them just flew away. I'm gonna stick them on the outside. I have this one. I'm gonna put this on the outside of the green felt because I feel like it'd be a good contrast. Oh, incredible contrast. So we're gonna add some bedazzling on the outside just because I feel like it needs a little bit of bedazzlement. Is that a word? An important thing to remember is that even if your arts and crafts don't end up looking pretty, the journey of creating them is really the fun. We can't sleep here without at least one panel of wood flooring. And there we have it, our beautiful beach bungalow. Would you guys vacation here? Probably not. But that's not really the question here, is it? Like, yeah, it looks absolutely terrible, but when we mix it all together, did it make a beautiful slime? That's what we're really trying to figure out. So let's mix this together. I actually surprisingly think that this looks really cool. This finished product certainly looks a lot cooler than last time. I love bright colors and chaotic shapes, and I feel like this has both of those going on, and I'm really happy with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this slime surprisingly a 9 out of 10. I think that, yeah, my little bungalow on the ocean didn't look that great because my glue didn't have time to dry, but overall, this slime, 9 out of 10. Let's see how the next one does. Next up, we have something that we've never done here at Peachybbies, I don't think, which is airbrushing our slime. Now remember in the beginning of this video when I said something that I was doing here was illegal? Now, you might not think, well, airbrushing is not illegal. Well, you're actually right. Airbrushing is technically not illegal in most countries, but you know what is illegal? Stealing from people. And I happen to have stolen this from one of our dear Peachybbies friends, Hyro. I stole this and now it's mine, and now we're gonna use it on our slime. So we have a bunch of different colors here. So we're gonna make a cool rainbow here where the center is gonna be super red. Okay, this stuff is really liquidy and very pigmented, so I need to be very careful with it. And now I turn it on. So scared right now, you guys have no idea. How do you even hold this? Red. Orange. 2 drops of orange. It's working so well. I did not expect this to look nearly as good as it's looking, and this is actually some of the most fun I've ever had. It's vibrating. Okay. If this is a weather map, the world is over. Okay, we've done everything except for the V of Peachybbies, which is violet. So let's do it. Ooh, pigmented. That looks incredible. I did drop a little bit of violet right there. Let's see if I can get it off. Oh, don't worry. I made it significantly worse, but it's surprisingly incredibly good. I think this is the prettiest thing I've created today. If you have an airbrush gun, please try this with your slime. This is so cool, but we still need to test. Does this or does this not sufficiently dye my slime? So we need to mix together this slime real quick. I'm hoping this comes out as like a nice blue, purpley color. We have every color of the rainbow in here, so it's gotta give me something good. Nothing else has really blown me away today, but this one really wowed me. And if it dyes my slime well, I'm gonna be one happy peachy baby. This came out as a nice light purple gray color. It wasn't as pigmented as I hoped, but it's not the worst thing ever. It's definitely prettier than some of the other slimes we made today, so I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. Nothing today was a 10 out of 10, so we're gonna have to do this again. If you guys have any of your favorite art kits that you've done in the past, please comment them down below. I'd love to look them up. And if you have any art ideas that I could add into slime, also comment that down below because that would be super fun for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and who knows what's gonna happen, but maybe I'll see you again another time. Bye! I love you!